Am I live on here already, guys? I feel like it already went live, and I don't even know it's live. It does this on here now, the way this thing works. Let's see if it already. I think it went live. I don't know if it did or not. I cannot tell if I'm live or not on here. Let's see. Is it live? Did I actually push live? Let's see. Yeah, it actually went live already. This thing is so crazy, the way this live stuff works now. And I'm trying to like update the picture and everything too. Let's see if I can figure this out, and I can still do it after the fact on here. Let's see if I can replace this. But the main thing I'm going to be talking about on the live today, though, or this evening, is basically today only, though. And it's only going to be for another, up until midnight. There's a special credit that we're doing on the Indiegogo for Mistletoe Massacre, where it's basically called the Coolduder Special Thanks. So basically, that's only going to be one that's going on today, on the campaign and everything. Today only, so you guys can go to the actual link itself. And I have the link pinned on here, and that's where you guys can go to see it and everything. So let me see, too, on the YouTube live, too. Let me just see if everything... I'm going to share these links around a little bit, too, like in some of the groups and everything. And let's see, what is this one? It's like two different ones showing up. Is this, I think looks there. This is the link. I'm just going to copy. Yeah, so the link, is that pinned? Doesn't look like that thing I said pinned. Let me see if I can pin. I put the, yeah, underneath of this video too is where you guys can go to the special link today for the mistletoe. No, that's not the link. I got to find you guys the right link to put under here. And I'm going to edit this because it's a very specific link that you guys have to go to for this one. Sorry, I thought I was ready to go on here, and then I'm not. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, it's a special unlisted link, so you guys can only get that today from the link. You don't see it on the actual campaign, so I got to copy this right, and then it will work. Let's see. Where do I go to edit this now? So I put this here. This should update and fix all this stuff now. Token. Let's see if this will work. So I have the right link down there. I just got to figure out where I update this. Save. I'm just going to say, get your Coolduder. Sorry, guys, I'll start going through the questions and everything in 1 second. Thanks, today only. Yeah, I'm working on getting this correct link in here, guys. So I have to share this. So hopefully this will work. I'm trying to get this pinned here so you guys can see this. I don't know if anyone wants to post this link. I think if you guys refresh the thing now too, you guys should be able to. Let me see if I can do it another way too. I still have to share this link in some of the groups and everything. Let's see. I'll put this one. I think if I put it right here, then I can pin this. So now I can pin the link. So yeah, like I said, guys, the big thing that we're going to be talking about on the live... Did it work? I pinned it. I guess it's working for you guys, but I know underneath of this video, now I have the correct link. But basically what I was going to be talking about to you guys about was the Indiegogo for the new film, which I was doing with Lauren Francesco, the Mistletoe Massacre film. And basically, though, today only, though, we have a special thing going on in the campaign, which is called the Coolduder Thanks credit, and we're only going to be doing that one today. So basically, with the Coolduder Thanks, you guys will get a credit during the end credits of the film. And it's going to be a section that says Coolduder's Special Thanks. And then in that area, you guys would have your name. And I thought that would be kind of a fun thing to do on this one. And we might do some more ones like this, too, for some of the other people involved in the film as well. Because this is like definitely one of the lower price perks that we have. Because the other one under this is the standard IMDb Special Thanks credit on the film. This one, though, is, like the Coolduder related one. But like I said, I have the link pinned, and I also have the link under this video. So if you guys, went to this stream earlier before I changed the link, you guys can refresh this and then see the link. And if you guys do get the Coolduder thanks credit, why we're in the live stream, let me know, and I'll give you guys a shout out and stuff like that. And you guys can share your channel below and all that kind of stuff as well. But let's start going through the questions. And then also, if you guys have any questions about the Mistletoe Massacre film, let me know as well. So let's see. What's your favorite John Hughes movie? Probably out of everything John Hughes, I don't know. I think the one that I probably like the most I guess probably 16 Candles, I would probably say. Sean, have you seen the Batman yet? No, I haven't seen that. I haven't been to the theaters in forever. I hope to get back there soon. I was even talking about to my brother about that, like saying like it's been so long since we've been to the theaters and we really, really want to get back again. So hopefully at some point, we will again though. Let's see. Hey, Coolduder, you should bring back your family movie reviews sometime. I don't really do as much stuff with my family in the videos and stuff like that. Sometimes we kind of had, like, back in the day, kind of weird comments and everything, so it kind of like turned them off on doing stuff as much, you know what I mean? So I'm just so used to it now with with weird comments and stuff. I've just gotten so used to it now, and I'm just pretty good now at just tuning it out. You know what I mean? But I don't blame them, because like back when I was doing them and I was my absolute heaviest and stuff, there was a lot of weird comments that we were getting on those videos for sure. And it's like when I look at myself back then, just not besides the fact of being heavy, it's just so weird for me to see. Because just like everything about my whole personality and my persona, like everything to me seems very different. And just sort of like, I don't know how to explain it, but back then I just like look at it and I just looked like I seemed very like kind of sad and like not really sure what I was doing. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's just weird looking back on those old videos for sure, at least for me is. And like I said, guys, I have the link, and if you guys do get the Coolduder thanks credit on the movie, like I said, it's only today. It's going to end at midnight Los Angeles time. Pacific Standard Time is when it's going to end. So if you guys see this video later, the Coolduder special thanks one is gone, but the campaign is still live for another 21 full days after today. But all the other, there's going to be other perks and stuff as well that we're going to be adding. But we do have like stuff on there you guys can, like, if you guys want to come out and be in the film in person, we do have perks to come and be like a background extra or a walk-on role or acting roles as well. But then we also have some stuff you guys can shoot from home if you guys would like to be like one of the video bloggers in the film, where you guys would be talking about the murders that happen in the film. There's perks on there for that. There's also a perk to be the newscaster, and you'll be commenting on the murders that happen in the film. And like we do have so far too in the movie, confirmed Sally Kirkland is going to be in the film. I know Tom Sizemore will be back. Lorelei Linkletter is going to be in the film, from Boyhood. And then we're working on getting a couple more really big names. That's like the what we're all kind of working on right now, on the project. But the goal too is like with every movie to get like a name actor that we've never had in the past films. And that's like the goal, like every time, is to get somebody, different, new people every time and stuff like that, new different actors. Someone says they miss the fat Coolduder. I don't. I think if I was the weight that I was and I kept on going down that path, I don't think it would have been very good. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know if I would be around right now. And if I would have gotten sick, because I got sick January 2020, like early, before anyone knew what all the sickness stuff was, I got sick. And like I had the worst fever of my life. It was like 106 temp. I mean, it was terrible. I went to the doctors from it, but I should have gone to the hospital. But no one knew anything was then. But I truly think that if I would have been my original heaviest weight then and got sick like that, I think it would have probably been the end, because because I had sleep apnea too. So I would wake up in the middle of the night like gasping for air. So I don't miss that weight at all. Like like all the things that have happened to me in my life now, with these films and all this stuff, I wouldn't have gotten to do any of this. I wouldn't have gotten to do any of it if I would have been that weight. I really don't think so. Let's see here. We get that you want to direct your films, but your last video day you had talking about getting funds for your film at the beginning, middle, and the end. No, the bottom line is, Peter, that's what I like doing. I mean, honestly, if you guys can't tell, filmmaking and directing and acting, that's really what's keeping me going mentally lately. This is what I really love doing. It's not at the moment, not as much DVDs and Blu-rays. It's not the same. It's very different. Like a lot of things in my life, I just feel different about. Just so many different things. You know, it's just hard to explain. But I still love movies, and I always will be doing, you know, reviews and all that kind of stuff forever. I don't think I'll ever not be doing it. But you know, right now, until I get to the point where I have like investors, like big investors, you know, when people throw huge money into projects, they'll go, oh, here's, you know, the whole money to make the whole movie, and this is like a so and so amount and stuff like that. You know, who knows? When some of these ones release, like Scream Bloody Murder and Shark House, because of the releases that they're getting, I mean, the hope is that we'll, you know, have stuff like that, and then it'll be different ways of doing everything. But for now, you guys are the key to everything. I mean, that's why I promote stuff on here, and I'm so appreciative to you guys because you're able to, and you guys have been helping me to do what I love, which is these movies. And it took me until a lot older than I would have liked to have in my life to have started doing this stuff. It really did. But I'm very thankful that I finally have gone, you know, down this direction to do this stuff. And there's just it's gonna be a really fun year with these things coming out as stuff start to release this year and into next year. Like the later ones stuff will probably be more into next year when they come out, but soon things are gonna start coming out. So it's gonna be exciting because like out of everything I've done, I felt the most fulfilled with these movies and what I've gotten to do and different kinds of roles. Like when you see Shark House, like for the first time, I got to like play like the lead and play like a character that had this that showed different levels of things where he starts off as like this sort of broken kind of person and then has all these different changes and then plays this terrible character too where he's like mean and violent and I don't know it was so I don't know I've gotten to do the best stuff from these movies, and it's because of you guys. And so, like I said, I'm very appreciative of everything, and I never, ever, ever, ever take any of it for granted. If it wasn't for YouTube and it wasn't for all of this stuff, and like I, you know, trace everything in my life, you know, and everything connects. I mean, like, I owe everything to DVDs. You know, it's crazy to think that, but it's like, in my life, if I didn't do the first DVD update video back in 2007 or whatever it was, showing my collection things that have happened in my life would not have gone this way. It's just it's a weird thing to think about. It really is. But let's get into the questions now. But like I said, if any of you guys do get the perk on here too, let me know. I'm just making sure too. I'm putting the correct links with all the. Let's see. Like I said, if any of you guys do get I see someone got one a minute ago too, this Coolduder thanks credit. But like I said, if any of you guys get the Coolduder thanks, like I said, it's only going to be today, and it's the link right underneath of this video is the only way to go to that one, and you guys have till midnight to get that. But let's go through the questions. And sorry, I've been like kind of, I'm not going to lie, I do have more, just from everything that's happened, a little bit more emotional about things, and I have a degree of PTSD with sometimes it gets kicked up. So I sometimes am a little more truthful with things, and I'm sorry if I get like more truthful with things. Let's see. Don't producers have to pay to make the movies or something, dude? On the campaign, we have like people, if they want to come on as producers, basically they get the credit in their name and the credits of the film and on IMDb, and it's basically just it's a donation to the project, but you get your name as a producer on the project. And it's a fun thing too for people that are interested in producing and getting involved in film projects and stuff like that, because a lot of people that do come on Indiegogo and crowdfunding projects that come on as producers, I've seen them go on and then work on productions as producers on set too. They come on and kind of work from that and work their way up in the business and stuff like that. So I've seen a lot of people, especially people that have gotten acting roles in Indiegogo projects, and then they've moved on to from that they get more and more work from that particular project, and then they start getting an acting reel, and then they get hired onto more projects and stuff like that. Let's see. Do not the place for that. What's up, Sean? Where do you write your outlines? I just do like simple kind of notes when I do outlines because I usually send the outlines to Julianne or Will who write the scripts. I'm not the greatest like spelling or any of that type of stuff. That's like one of my real weak points is spelling. It's like I'm really, really bad at that. So like, and I'm really dyslexic. So certain things I totally miss. Like, so that's why if on the campaigns or any post that I put up, there's like really strange spelling. That's why I had this heating pad on because I'm like shoulder pains and stuff. But I always if there's weird mistakes like that, that's why. It's not that I'm like purposely not paying attention or I'm being like lazy with the spelling or something. It's I don't see it. You know what I mean? I don't see the spelling errors at all. I just realized too I never shared this video at all on any place. So I'm just gonna spend the next minute and share this on Facebook and Twitter because I never put them on here. Let me just put them on here. Chat with me live now. Yeah, I totally forgot to post them. I put it on just Facebook, and then I'll put it on the Mistletoe group as well. Oh yeah, and if you guys are not on the group too, there's a Mistletoe Massacre group as well that you guys can follow, and that's a good way to keep up, with updates on the movie and all that kind of stuff as well, as is news and stuff like that on the movie. Let's see. Let me just make sure too there isn't any super chats because I can't see everything. And if any super chats come in, guys, I'm sorry if I miss any because I can't see them on this one thing very well. So like I said, if anyone comes up, remind me, guys, and everything. Let's see. Have you seen Muck? Oh yeah, Lauren is in Muck. I think I reviewed Muck many, many years ago when that first came out. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. What was your inspiration for the Christmas horror movie? Well, Lauren was saying she really wanted to do a holiday, like a Christmas movie, like a Christmas, something related to Christmas. And then we kind of thought about what would be fun. And then I was talking to Julianne about ideas. And so we kind of all kind of was a collection of all ideas for that particular one. Let's see. I've not seen, just make sure I don't miss anything on these ones and everything. And like I said, any of you guys too that do get the Coolduder thanks credit, definitely let me know during the live stream, and I'll give you guys a shout out to the your channel or anything like that too. And if you guys do also do the Coolduder thanks, post a link to your channel as well on here, so then people can click your link and go to your channel and subscribe and stuff like that as well. So let's see. Can you do a Freddy prime time? Wait, let me see. I'm making sure I don't miss anything. Thoughts on the Neverending Story? I always liked the movie. I kind of feel like I like the music better than the movie sometimes, but it does kind of creep me out though that the scene with him like flying on that creature thing as a kid, it always creeped me out. To this day, it always scared me for some reason. Sometimes those fantasy movies like that and Legend, I find them creepy. I don't know why. There's like something creepy about like those kind of like weird creatures living out in the woods. I don't know why. I just always found them. This is something just like sort of off and scary about them. Did you like Spider-Man No Way From Home? I actually haven't seen it. I still have not seen that. What do you think of Scream 5? Another one I still haven't seen. Can you do prime time impression from Freddy? Welcome to prime time, bitch. That's not the best one. I could definitely do better, but I was sort of doing Freddy as Sharkman though in Amityville Shark House. I can't wait till the announcement is out about the release for that movie though. It's like it's sort of surreal for me, like what's going to happen with the Shark House movie. Blu-ray and poster perk. Well, I wish we could do one on this one, gamer guys. On this one, the only one we have is a poster perk. We just can't do Blu-rays this time around because I just don't know what the release is. And then if it's like goes to a certain streaming service or anything like that, it's hard to do the DVDs and then know exactly when they're going to be able to send them or any of that. So this time around, we're not going to do any DVDs or Blu-rays just because we never know who we're going to sell the movie to and stuff like that. Let's see, when you get to 100,000 subscribers and you get the YouTube award, Proud Day. No, that'd be amazing to finally get to that point. You know what I mean? I definitely, maybe, when some of these movies release too, that'll help boost some of the subscribers a little bit. I will say I saw the attention that Amityville in Space got, and I'm just like, wow, like there was like so many people sharing that. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's not my project though, but it's just when I saw that, and then people like sharing it around and everything, because that was made really low budget, like, and it looks fun and everything, but I'm just like, I can't wait for people to see the what what I did, because we put a lot more into the budget wise and everything. Let's see. Do you watch the show Righteous Gemstones? No, I haven't watched it. Everyone's telling me I should watch it though, because Eric Roberts, was in the newest season, and Eric was in the movie that I did, directed, Amityville Bigfoot. Congratulations on all the success. So thanks so much, Christina. I really appreciate all the support and everything. And if you guys haven't seen the movie, watch the movie called Darling. Christina has a really fun role in that movie. Pollyanna McIntosh was a director of the movie. It's a film that's in the series of, it was like, I think it was The Offspring, then it was The Woman, and then it was Darling. But if you guys have not seen Darling, though, like I said, check out Christina. She's one of the actresses in the film. She did a great job. Good for you, Sean. Glad to see you healthy. Well, thanks so much, Michael. Why is filming only 6 days and not longer? Well, the problem is, Connor, like every single day, is very expensive. So it's sort of like, if we had a much larger budget, I'd be able to do more days. But I've gotten pretty good at shooting, about 12 to 15 pages a day, because the movies have to be 90 minutes. So I've gotten pretty good at getting about that much and pretty efficiently, and not really being super rushed. This movie, we're going to either have it be 7 days or have a break between it, because the last movie, though, was all outside and we're up and down hills nonstop. Like the most walking I think anyone has done in a long time. And it like nearly killed everybody because it was just so incredibly much walking. So it's like, I definitely wanted to add, like a little bit extra, to this one, a little bit more of like a extra time, like an extra day or a break between, just in case, so we don't have, everyone get like totally exhausted, on this one and everything. Let's see. Hey there, buddy. Can you film a weight loss update? Your transformation is amazing. Thanks so much, Tim. I need to do like an updated one again at some point. What is Coolduder Ball? Did you have a falling out with the other guy in the videos? Oh yeah, somebody posted that up. That was like this one guy. He's like this hater. But Wet Movie though, I'm fine with him. Maybe sometime, if he wants to, he can come out and be in one of the movies. Like, I have no problem at all, with him or anything like that. Like, I just sort of in my life too, like, I don't want drama or anything in any sense with people like that. I don't have the time anymore for it, and I don't have the time for negativity. Like, I don't want any ill words or thoughts or anything, because I actually honestly do have no problem with Brendan, and I always honestly did, to be honest with you guys, think of him as a friend. So regardless of whatever, if we will or will not ever see each other again or anything like that, I don't have any problems with him. I really don't. I mean, I just want to put that out there. I have not seen any of your movies. What should I start with? Well, I've only started directing these films in May of 2021, so we're waiting for everything to come out. But I think Amityville Karen is going to be releasing first, because it's just about, I think the locked edit is pretty much done. And once it's done, then SRS is going to do a. Now this is one. It doesn't benefit me or anything like that. But if you guys get a copy or anything, but I know you guys are not going to want to miss out though, because when Karen releases, it's going to be a limited edition Blu-ray. So the way our SRS releases their films is they do it two different ways. So first it comes out for a limited edition Blu-ray. So that's the only way to get a Blu-ray. And they only do like a really small amount. So I think they're going to sell out pretty fast. So I think they do like 50 or 100 or something like that. And then, I think like 4 months later, then they do the wide release DVD of the film and stuff. So also fingers crossed with it that Walmart picks up the movie. I'm like hoping they'll take the film, because I'd love to see that in stores, because they carry a lot of stuff. So it's like, I hope so. If anybody, from Walmart's deciding factor, please, for that one. Let's see. Let's see. What is cool? Do you like weed? I don't really talk about that stuff in the videos. because like YouTube doesn't like all that stuff. Do you call movies or films, usually movies? Did you see the trailer for Amityville in Space? I did. Like, it's fine. It's just like I wouldn't pass. No offense. It's just I wouldn't want mine to look like that, like with the effects and stuff. Like I wouldn't be okay with my movie looking like that. Any of your movies on Shudder platform? Nothing that I've directed, but there is some stuff I'm in that are on there. What was on there? They did Grave Encounters 2 go on Shudder? It might have. I know that Halloween special, that something or other Halloween special that Chris LaMartine directed, that's on there. And I'm in that one. A lot of people don't know, because like that's one of those things I always see people posting about it all the time during Halloween, and I'm like, they have no clue that I'm in that doing a voice in the There's a commercial in there where it's a pet food store, like a pet store, and I'm the one doing the commercial, the voice in that one. Let's see. Oh, I do see a $2 super chat here. How do you get on IMDb? Does it cost money? So thanks so much, Joseph. 69. Sorry, I'm dyslexic, so it's Joseph 968 and for the $2 super chat. But when it comes to how do you get? Oh, I see another super chat. I'm sorry, I missed it. I'm gonna go back and get that one next. Sorry, hey dude, I'm really sorry I didn't see that one. I'll get to yours right after. But when it comes to, so that's important to say too. Anybody that does get the special thanks on the live stream too, if you get the IMDb one, the way that works is basically I would go on there and then do put your name in, and then once I put your name in, then it will create the page for you. So then the second I do that, then I think it takes like a day or so, then you have a link on there that will say your name, and then you can click on the name itself, and then you can go to your profile. And then I think it's like, if you want to put your picture on there or anything like that, or if you donate to future like Indiegogo projects or anything like that, all your credits will go onto that profile. And then what you would do is you'd send, if you donate like to do a producer credit or something like that for an Indiegogo, you say, here's my IMDb link. Can you please put my credit here? Or you can even go and add your credit yourself to it as well if you have an account on there. So that's basically kind of how that works. Let's see. The one that I missed, though, was from Hey Dude 607. And he gave a $2 super chat. And thanks so much, Hey Dude 607, for the super chat. And he says, what are your favorite Don and Murph videos? Probably the one that I always think of the most is The Mormon. The Mormon is one that I always really, really liked. I feel like that was one that I think was probably one of the top ones. And then I also really liked the Thanksgiving special, because that one, even though when we did that, the guy that played the homeless guy in the Don and Murph Thanksgiving, if you guys remember that, he stole my iPod when we were. I remember we had to get it back. It was this big thing, but that's the one thing that I think is you guys are gonna like when you see too. These movies that I'm doing is a lot, especially Eric Yoder is the culprit for this too, and I appreciate this. He's really egged me on, and he's the guy who's the special effects on the films, and he egged me on a little bit because he's been watching the video since he was a kid. He's in his early 20s, so he's been watching forever. So he knows everything. So he brings back stuff too that I even forgot about. So he's kind of encouraged me to bring back a lot of Don and Murph references, even more so. So there's going to be a lot of fun references to Don and Murph. So when you guys, if you guys have been watching the channels for a long time, the channel for a long time, when you see the movies, you're going to be like, oh, that's a reference to that. And so there's a lot of stuff like that. We also, every movie, we reference the other movies, kind of like what Kevin Smith does a little bit, or was doing in the View Askew universe. Every movie, in a strange way, is interconnected. Even though these movies are all for different companies and people were doing them for and everything, I'm still giving them all these little things to tie them together. Because to me, I think Easter eggs and stuff like that are always fun. And it's like, I don't know, it's just like a fun thing, I think, to look back on. But anyway, of you guys who have come on here now, thanks so much for coming onto the live stream. And basically, the big thing that I'm talking about on here is that right now you guys have about 7.5 hours left if you guys wanted to get the Coolduder special thanks credit on the film. And you guys will have a special thanks credit called Coolduder Thanks, and it's going to be on the film's Mistletoe Massacre's end credits. And today only is the only day we're doing this one, and it's only $12 for that one because the standard special thanks credit is $25 on this one, and that's also not going to be in the Coolduder Thanks section. This one's only going to be like that, and then and it'll be on the film's end credits. But thanks again, guys, for the support on the film and everything. And if you guys have any questions too, let me know. We do have other perks on the film too, like you can be a producer on the film. There's perks to come out and act in the film if you guys are interested in acting. There's smaller perks too, like if you want to be a background extra, if you guys kind of want to see what it's like to be on a set and you kind of want to only come out for like a day, that's one of the ones we have on there as well too. So on the link that I have above, you can go and find out all about it and everything. Let's see. Like I said, trying to make sure I don't miss anything on here of these questions. Did you see the new Medea movie? I still have to watch that. Me and my brother have not watched it yet, which I cannot believe we haven't looked at it yet. I watched your movie Restricted Area. I love it. Oh, thanks so much, Hunter. That was a fun movie to do. Practicing accepting speech. Yes. How long did you film for Restricted Area? For Restricted Area, that was one I just acted in. I don't know how long the entire shoot was for that, but when it comes to acting wise, I guess it took probably 5 hours to film that, something like that, maybe 6 hours. If you guys want to see Restricted Area, I think it's on Tubi. You guys can see for free. And I did shoot something. I didn't shoot in person, but the director's most recent film, I filmed something for as well. And he told me it's not. I don't think it's public yet, but he told me there's going to be release information soon for that one as well. I'm so proud of Sean. I know you don't want to have anything to do with me, but truly proud of your success. Oh, thanks so much, Movie Buff. What happened to 90s Kids Forever? I think she still has a channel now. I think it's a different channel. Did you hate driving 1009? 1089? What is that? Did you ever made or act in a movie that actually made some profit? For acted in, I think Dead Ant and a lot of them, usually horror films are usually the most profitable for the most part. The goal is, though, you just have to make them inexpensive. You can't make them crazy amounts of money or anything like that. Let's see. Did you... I know this is a weird thing to mention at the channel, but Michael Phelps' stories are hilarious. He was such a big deal at one time. Oh, yes, I know. I know. Now, Michael Phelps, if you guys don't know, I did go to Towson High School. So I went to school with Michael Phelps, and, I always call him the Olympic champion. But I went to school with him ever since elementary school. So I remember I used to see him. He used to go to Meadowbrook Pool, which was like a swimming athletics club. And he would be there all the time swimming. I mean, it's definitely funny. But yeah, and I remember too with Michael Phelps, the one time I sat at his table at lunch, and it was like him and his weird friends. They gave me the weirdest, baddest looks I've ever seen in my life, like these real school bully kind of looks. It was terrible. Sean, would you make a straight up serious horror film that isn't comedy? I don't know, especially me and Lauren are not as interested in doing a serious horror film. There's a possibility for it, but I definitely kind of prefer more comedic stuff. That's the kind of stuff I really like. Let's see. Have you ever tried making a film where people just make it up as they go? No, we actually do a lot of improv on the films. So, especially on the new film, there's going to be a lot of improvisation on this one. I prefer it, honestly. I really love Curb Your Enthusiasm. In Woods Witch, we had Brad Gunberg, who was actually on the last season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. If you guys saw the episode where it was the guy who was the roofer who falls through the roof on the show, he actually acts in Woods Witch, and he's hilarious. And he's definitely going to be in Mistletoe Massacre as well. But he has some hilarious scenes in Woods Witch with Tom Sizemore in the jail cell. They're definitely hilarious. Aren't you going to be in Christmas Slasher? When's that out? I don't know really what's going on with that one, to be honest. I haven't heard anything on the release for this film idea where a YouTube is a serial killer and the film's the murders. That's kind of interesting, kind of like a YouTube serial killer murder. Good luck with your movie. Can't wait to watch it. Well, thanks so much, Hollenbrack. Hey, what's up, Coolduder? Can't wait to see Shark House. No, I can't wait for people to see Shark House. That's like, it's definitely going to be really exciting for you guys to see it. And like I said, it's one of those things, like, it's so intense, though. I feel like a lot of people are going to watch it and be like, look at me with a sideways look afterwards. Like I said, it's like, it's so incredibly left field for me for what I've ever done that it's just scary for me with that movie just because it is so, like, it was like Coolduder actually has to act, and that was kind of what happened in Shark House. Like, I had to really act. I couldn't play Coolduder. I couldn't play myself. I couldn't play the stoner number two. I couldn't play the kind of stuff that I'm used to doing. I had to really, like, couldn't cop out at all with that. And it was, I mean, it was hard. It was very hard because a lot of the movie too, I'm in bandages and doing these contortions with my body. It's just nuts. It's absolutely insane. Why didn't you get assholes on Blu-ray from Beginner Syndrome? I actually did. I showed that a little while ago. I think I just didn't title it because I didn't want to put the name assholes in the description because I was worried that YouTube would like demonetize the video or anything like that. Are you and MJ still friends? I haven't talked to him in forever. If anyone knows where in the world he is, let me know. I would love to get him involved. I'm in one of the movies. What part of the U.S. are you from? I'm in the San Diego area. I went a super chat. Well, thanks again for this super chat. How will you be making money for these films? A fee, a percentage? Well, they're all kind of different. Most of the ones up until now have all been for companies, so it's not really not really going to be making on them. Starting with Woods Witch and then the newest one, it's going to be different though. So we'll see, how everything goes. But a lot of the ones though, I was hired by SRS to do them, like with Shark House, Amityville Shark House, Amityville Karen, and Bigfoot for those ones. Let's see, and I'm sure I'll be definitely doing more with SRS because I definitely love making stuff for them and making some really fun projects. So I definitely cannot wait for whatever they want me to do next and everything. Did you see the trailer for Amityville Thanksgiving? Yeah, I'm actually in that one too. That's Will Colazzo's new film. I shot a scene for that one while I was on set of Amityville Bigfoot. So there is a scene for that one coming. I have to go now. Stay safe and well, my friend. Let's see. Sure. So thanks so much for coming on and watching. Let's see. Hey, Sean, big fan. Congratulations. Well, thanks so much, Gabe. Did you see the new Medea movie? Like I said, I still need to watch that one. What's your full name? It's just I don't like my middle name at all because the middle name was this guy who was a bully when I was in like preschool. So I hate that name. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Have you been interested in video games? Do you have a favorite series of games? I haven't really played many video games. I used to. What do you do when you go through writer's block? Like I said, I usually do the outlines. But even for me, what I do when I have to think about ideas, I put on music, like synth music and horror music, and that really, to me, like it's usually like Phenomenon music. The Argento. A lot of like Simon Boswell music, a lot of like really specific stuff I have to put on. But I've always kind of reacted weird with music, like just under stressful situations, like music can calm me down with if I'm having like a lot of problems. But let's see, my birthday and your B-day is the same day. Oh, that's awesome, Joseph. Jump on the bed. No, I don't have the energy for it. Let's see. Can you talk about the end of physical media and Best Buy, Target, and Walmart, please? No, I know. It's like, it's a shame. And it's what sucks too is that like I feel like it's creepy. I mean, it's. I'm sorry, I've read another question, but it's sad with the whole thing of it because it's like right when I'm starting to do these movies is when we're seeing the end of of physical media. But I don't think it's going to be gone. I just think that it's not going to be the same. You know what I mean? I think mainly if you want it, you got to get it in stores, and I mean, like to me, I mean, I don't feel the same way about having to own everything that I used to. I feel like I'm much more like I really want to have stuff that I absolutely love that I'm waiting to come to Blu-ray. You know what I mean? Like, and I get like much more excited. Like, when the Drop Dead Fred came out, like I got really excited about that. Like certain things get me much more excited than other things. Like when just some generic kind of throwaway thing comes out, I don't get the same anymore about it. And things have changed so much too. It's like I feel like the veil has been removed on making some of these movies from doing these films, and now sometimes when I watch certain movies and commercials, I like the weirdest thing is I know these locations now. So because I looked on Gigster and Peerspace and like perused through everything looking for locations for these movies, so I'm like, oh, that's that location. Because I have this really, it's a strange thing with me with like a very with my memory, I can't remember like actual like names very well or anything like that, but I have a very good picture memory, so I can remember things very well, like weird little things like that. Let's see. Can you talk about? Are you going to pick up The Matrix? I actually got a copy of that to review, and I think there's something coming in the mail, like a unboxing that relates to that movie, I believe. What Disney Plus shows, movies, or other content do you hope Disney puts on Blu-ray? I haven't watched a lot of the Disney Plus exclusive stuff. Do you think physical media Blu-ray is getting phased out onto streaming? In a sense, yes. I just hope that there's always some kind of a way to at least get a physical copy. You know what I mean? Like in one way or another. Even if it's stinky tuna with a bootleg of it. You know what I mean? Like if it's something that you really want, I just hope there's a way to at least get a copy one way or another, because but the good thing is though, at least with a lot of the movies that I'm doing, I'm not just making these movies. I'm making them with the plan for international. Because I know that's like really where you really get the movie out there, and there's certain actors that internationally people, want to have in the movie more than others and stuff like that. So when it comes to that type of stuff too, I want to. I know for sure though there will at least be a physical disc of it in another country if there wasn't one in America. I just grabbed a few Mistletoe Massacre perks. Well, thanks so much, New Wave fan. I really appreciate you getting the perks on the film. Thanks again. Like I said, guys, thanks to those you guys who have come on to the Indiegogo, not the Indiegogo, come on to the live stream. But the main thing that I'm talking about on this evening's live stream is about the today only, and there's a little less than 7 hours now to get the Coolduder thanks perk on the new film that I'm co-directing with Lauren Francesco, Mistletoe Massacre. And like I said, this is only going to be available today, this special thanks that goes in the film's end credits, the Coolduder thanks. There's also, though, other perks on there, producer credits, special thanks themselves ones. There is acting perks if you guys were interested in coming out to act in the film in person, which would be really cool. If any of you guys want to come out, it would be awesome to work with you guys. And we do have small acting ones in person, like to be an extra. And there's some where you guys can film stuff from home, like to be a vlogger in the movie or be a newscaster, and you would be commenting on the murders. And basically with that, I would email you and then tell you kind of the lines and what you need to do. And then you send the 4K video back, and then we cut it into the film. Let's see. Any advice on starting a film production company? I don't know. Like, I would just say, like, start small, work with with the means of what you can kind of put together right now, and then kind of like, kind of every project kind of grow more and more as you go along. When was the last time you watched Witcher Massacre? I haven't watched that in such a long time. I used to talk to him, all the time. John McBride, the director of that. I used to actually call him and talk on the phone and everything, but I have not heard from him forever. Like, I hope to hear from him again someday, because I won't lie, I would love to have John McBride like do some kind of a cameo in one of these movies. And I know years ago he told me he didn't want to do a remake of Cannibal Campout, but to this day, that would be a movie I'd love to remake, and and remake it and have him be in it too. Let's see. Do you know user social media called the Disc Father, formerly Geek Gabe Knows? They have insider sources for upcoming physical media releases, and do you believe their sources are factual? So there's some guy on there called the Disc Father. I don't know the Disc Father. I'll have to look him up and see. Were you in Dead Ant? Oh yeah, yes, I was in Dead Ant. I'm the guy that gets killed in the porta potty in that movie. Do you do yoga? No, I've never done yoga. Like I don't know anything about yoga. I don't know how I would do with that or anything like that. You know, if I did it. So no, I've never approached it. It probably would be good for me because of like getting stressed out or all that kind of stuff to do something like yoga for for calming and that type of stuff. But no, I've never done anything like that before. So, like I said, guys, the big thing we're talking about on here today is the Coolduder special thanks on here. Like I said, it's only available today. So, if you guys see this video later, though, it won't be available after today. But the campaign is still going to be live for 22 more days, though. So, there's plenty of other perks that we're going to have. And I'm going to keep on adding more stuff and so like that as we go along. I'm really annoyed that the new original Pixar films are going to Disney Plus. Why their sequels, prequels, spin-offs established going to theaters. So they're putting, so that's where they're putting the Pixar ones on there. Do you have movies that you saw in theaters that weren't crazy about that you got on DVD or Blu-ray anyway? Well, sometimes I would do that if it was like more for like a completion thing where it's like you want to have like all the sequels to a movie or something like that. So there are times that I've definitely got stuff that was like, no, not very good just because I wanted it for the shelf. So no, I definitely can say I have done that for sure. Let's see. I watched Stardust Brothers DVD. I saw in your DVD a few weeks ago. It was epic. Have you seen Affliction? Affliction? I don't know if I have. How you doing? I'm doing good. What movies you watched in theaters but decided to never get on Blu-ray or DVD? One of them was The Family Man. Do you think David Lynch would enjoy your films? I think David Cronenberg would like Shark House because that was kind of what I wanted that to be kind of in a Cronenberg style. I don't know if I'll ever do a movie like that again, though, in that sort of style because it was a little, I don't know, I probably might. I do like that kind of vibe. But I think John Waters, honestly, would get a kick out of them. I think Jim Hoskins, who directed Greasy Strangler, will die when he sees them. Because Elijah Wood was a producer on Greasy Strangler, and my hope is Elijah Wood sees them because the hope is that Elijah Wood sees them and then wants to produce on one of them in the future because they're so in the twisted style that he likes that I think he would really like them. And I'd have to do him SAG, but I think Elijah Wood would really fit in one of the movies. I don't know if he'll ever do them, but the fact that he produced Greasy Strangler, though, and likes twisted stuff, he's definitely somebody in the future, though, that I would absolutely love to see, at least see what I'm doing. Let's see. SRS Retro DVD line rules. I don't know how they released Overlook Classics. No, they have some great stuff, SRS. Like I said, I'm really glad to be getting to work with SRS. And Ron Bunk is a really nice guy, so definitely really exciting to, get to work with him. How come your IMDb says you worked on animated movies? Yeah, somebody put that on there. I have no idea who updated those credits. There was a time when somebody was messing with all my stuff and put all these weird things on there, and then I deleted them, and then they got all added on there again. And I'm like, who is doing this? You know what I mean? It's like really strange. I would definitely not be opposed to doing voice work if the Minions 2 wanted me to do voice work. But no, I didn't do any looping group work for the Minions. I'm writing a horror movie that takes place in an abandoned carnival. Well, that'd be really cool. The only thing about that is I just think the renting the carnival. That's the only thing I think of. Hey, do you still plan to attempt your Clint Howard film? I want to work with Clint Howard, but every time I've contacted him, it's kind of been sort of a dead end. And he's been the only person that I've had kind of a dead end to contact, and I don't know why, because everybody else I've had literally. I mean, if I told you some of the people, and I'm not going to repeat, but I've just like that I've contacted about the movie that got back to me, and then were trying to help me find people that were like them. I mean, like one of the people is from the Reanimator movies, and I'm just like, it was like surreal. And I'm like, this person was helping me find and contacting names of her level to try and find. I mean, it's just like some people are so incredibly helpful that it's like, it's amazing how cool some people are. But the only person that I just had no luck with was Clint Howard. The other person that I really, really want in one of these movies, and I'm just going to put out into the universe, is Butch Patrick. I thought I was going to work out for Wood Switch, and then it was kind of like right last minute. It didn't work out because he said I can't do it. But like that was somebody that I really, really wanted to get. But I feel like, Clint Howard is one of the top people that I really want to get. And then probably on the new one, there's some people that I really want to try for this time around. Let's see. Sean, I've been watching you for years. I miss seeing Dweebo in your videos. Just curious what he's been up to. Oh, and he's been helping me a lot with the films and all. And when you guys see Amityville Karen, he did the bottles in that one. He made the bottles, the wine bottles. He designed them and everything like that. VHS tapes are going for big money these days. No, I know. I've seen that. Would you ever make a film abroad? I want to act in a movie abroad. I want to work on one of the stuff that Scott Jeffries has done, some of the movies that he produces, but hopefully at some point down the line can do that. But I would definitely like to shoot something in another country, though. I think that'd be really fun, like a castle movie or something like that. Did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Oh, did you see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 on Netflix? I did. I liked that. I really did. I know that there was like some negative kind of comments on it and everything like that, but I honestly really liked it a lot. I thought that it was very, very good and everything, for sure. Let's see here. Just going to keep going through all these. Who is the founder of SRS? Oh, Ron Bunk is at SRS. If you purchase any of the acting perks, do you get credit at the end, or do you have to purchase the end credit separately? So, hey, Ian. Hey, Peter, Ian. So, yeah, if you get an acting credit on the film, you do get a credit as well during the end credits. So basically anyone that gets an acting credit, comes out to act in the movie, either in person or a self-film role, you do have, your character name and then your name itself in the end credits, and then on IMDb, as well. And I see a $5 super chat that came here from John L. Hurex here. And John said, "Hey, Sean, big fan 2007. Congratulations on all your success." Well, thanks so much, John, for watching for so many years. I appreciate everything. And thanks to him, like I said, for all the support for this many years now, and for continuing to watch now for like 15 years. So I really appreciate it. I mean, any one of you guys who have been around this long, I really appreciate it. Oh, yeah, that's the one thing, too. We do have on the campaign, too, a perk on there, too, for like your product. If you guys do have any products, like things that you have, like basically it could be anything. It's like wanted to promote your YouTube channel, like a character could be looking at their phone watching something. That's one of the things we have on there. Also, if you make music, we have a music perk in the movie. So there's a lot of different type of stuff as well that we have this time around. Let me see, where were we now? What's your favorite horror DVD cover? I don't know for DVD cover. That's hard. I feel like Society, though, I really liked. I feel like that was one of the releases recently that I thought was a really good one. Would you like a peanut? Do you have a streaming services? I have most of them. I have Hulu, Netflix. I look at Tubi, Disney Plus, Discovery Plus, whatever that one's called, Discovery something or other. I have that one. Those are, I think, the main ones. We don't have Paramount Plus yet. At some point, I know we're definitely going to get that one. Oh, we have HBO too. At Amazon. So I think we have most of them. I'm psyched for American Werewolf in London 4K from Arrow Video. Can't wait. Great review of the 4K. I know it's a great release. The Arrow Video, though, is putting out such great stuff lately. What's the most efficient thing you do or know when you're making a full feature film? What's the most cost efficient thing you do or know when you're making full feature film? Well, honestly, pretty much just trying to do everything at the most efficient way when it comes to food and the best deals on the craft services and what we're going to get and just a lot of stuff like that, like kind of stick to your guns when it comes to if you basically kind of have a specific pay rate that people are going to have, kind of stick to that. Don't and then like don't let anyone kind of hijack anything too, and that can we had that happen once or twice, and like you just have to be really careful with certain things if people kind of hold something over you with money and stuff like that. Never pay people before they shoot. That's a big thing too until they get there, and have people sign the releases, right when they get there. Let's see. Let's compare. Let's see. Would be fun to see you hang out with Elijah Wood. No, that would be really cool. Have you seen the trailer for Shockula? I don't know if I saw that one. Malcolm in the Middle is on Disney Plus. Oh, I didn't know they put that on there. You should do movies for Trauma. I remember your studio tour from back in the day. Speaking of Trauma, thoughts on the Toxic Avenger reboot. I'm definitely interested in seeing that one. I really am. But no, I'd like to do something for Trauma. The problem is, as much as I love Trauma, a lot of what I'm doing now, budgetary wise, is a little bit bigger than a lot of what they're doing for the stuff they distribute. The productions that they make themselves are the higher budget stuff, but when it comes to what they distribute, it's much more movies that are like the $5,000 to $10,000 range, sometimes bigger ones. But usually with what we're doing, like I position these movies much more of a mainstream kind of release because we get celebrities like Scout, Tara Compton, Sizemore, and Robert Lasardo and stuff like that. So the people that we get, it's just too much to give them to Troma or something like that. Let's see. Would you work with R.G. Might from Breaking Bad? He'd be very cool to work with. Will the new movie have a physical release? I don't know for sure, Henry. It just depends on who distributes it. Like if when it's done, we give it to if a company like Shudder looks at it and likes it, they usually do physical releases through RLJ. So it's as long as a company gets it, still does physical releases. But if we got really lucky with the movie and say Hulu bought it or Netflix bought it, who knows? You never know. If we got really extremely lucky and had something like that happen, like with Terrifier. Then there wouldn't be a DVD or Blu-ray in the U.S., as far as I know. Stuff like that. So it all kind of depends. Let's see. Would you work with Scout Taylor Compton again? Maybe sometime down the line. Would you cast Martin Kove from Karate Kid? Yeah, what's funny is Martin Kove, I feel like if it was before Cobra Kai, I probably would have gotten him in these movies for sure. But because of Cobra Kai and the success of Cobra Kai, I don't know if, I would be able to get him now. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I could. Let's see. And if you pay for acting credit, there's more questions here from Attack the Menace. Let's see. Would you use... And if you pay for an acting credit, do you also get paid for that? The pay could end up being homogenous than the donation if it's SAG. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we aren't doing SAG is because of that reason. If we ever did anything SAG related, we'd have to do kind of have the SAG actor be on their own. There's a way to do it. A friend of mine did a movie with Bill Moseley, and he did something like that to get him into the film. So there's ways to do it where it's just very, very complicated. I don't know if we're do that this time around or not to get a bigger person. I don't know. It's the future, yes. I mean, all these people, definitely these names are people that I want to get in the future. Bill Moseley's and Tony Todd and all these people are definitely in the horizon of people that I want to 100% get in these movies, and I don't see any sign of me stopping doing this, especially teaming up with Lauren and stuff like that. We've been having a great time, doing the project. So I don't see any end, and me and Will, I know we're going to do some more projects together, Will Colazzo. So I think there's going to be a lot of projects, going forward. And any of you guys who have come on now, we've been on here about an hour. I'll be on here for a little while more, as long as the heating pad doesn't go out. But the big thing we're talking about in the live stream is how today only, and there's now, I think it's 7 hours left to get the Coolduder special thanks credit on the new film that me and Lauren are co-directing, Mistletoe Massacre. Now, this special thanks credit for this one is only available today, and you guys can get it from the link that I have pinned and underneath of this video. That's the only place to get it. And if any of you guys get it during the live show, just leave me a comment below, and you can also share a link to your YouTube channel as well, for this one. But let's see. I see a couple other questions here. I see a $2 super chat from Attack the Menace. Do donators also get paid for their acting? No, because if we were paying people, it wouldn't work out, like that. Because otherwise, then the money would just go right back and everything like that. So basically, it's a donation for if somebody wants to act in a film project and, have the experience of being in a film, and, having lines, and depending on what kind of perks people get, they would be in scenes with Sizemore or Sally Kirkland or the name actors and things like that as well. Let's see. Where were we? Should do another Out and About with MJ. If I ever see MJ again, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen him forever. And guys, feel free to ask any of your questions you have got, now as well on here. You should do another Out and About with him. Like I mentioned that, yeah, if I ever see him, like, I don't know where he is. Are you in contact with any of the Trauma guys? I haven't talked to them in a while. It's been a really, really long time. As a Curb Your Enthusiasm fan, what would you do if someone demanded to act in your movie, but they were as bad as the girl who Larry had to cast for a role? Well, you mean if somebody came on, yeah. So if you guys didn't see Curb Your Enthusiasm, the last season, the one woman, the one girl, she basically, like, I think somebody falls in the pool or something, and Larry has to hire this woman to be in his sitcom, which is going to be a big TV series that he's working on. But she's really bad. But, in my opinion, everybody can act. You just have to really direct them. So the key is, even if somebody comes that, does a part in one of the movies or whatever that's never acted before and is nervous or something along those lines, the key is just to work with the person and to go over it and figure out kind of, basically what I've done too is say, how would you say this? How would you react to this? If this happened to you, how would you react? Don't worry about what's on the script there. Don't worry about what it says. Worry about how you would react. The bottom line is what is here is important for the story that we have to get across this particular point. But that's all that has to be gotten across. But we have to get to that point in a way that you would do it and how you would get there. So that's basically what I've had to do with people, is just kind of get them more comfortable and just explain to them to try and react the way that they would. And that's all that acting really is reacting. That's all. It's basically just how you would do it. And I want to give some advice that I heard one person say, but I don't think he probably wants it repeated. How do you find life now that you've lost weight? You should be proud of yourself and done a great job. Well, no, thanks so much. I feel I'm definitely happy about everything. And, like, I know that if I didn't lose the weight, I wouldn't have been able to do any of this stuff. I know things would not have gone the same way. Let's see, how can I get a role in one of your movies? Oh, hey, Mike. So basically, like I said, we have the Indiegogo campaign, and we have a lot of different perks on there that are where you guys can come out and get an acting role on the project. And there's lots of different levels. There's ones where there's smaller ones where you guys can do a background role and kind of hang out on set and be in some scenes. There's a walk-on role where you guys would have some lines in the film. There is roles to have a bigger role, acting parts to have a bigger role, producer credits on the movie. There's film from home parts that you guys can shoot yourself and send in on the campaign. Just look up be a newscaster or be a vlogger. Those are those kind of ones as well. Let's see. How do you find... will Amityville Bigfoot get a physical release? I'm really looking forward to seeing that one, and Woods Witch too. I hope so. I hope Bigfoot will. As far as I know, it's we made the film for SRS. I think it's going to deliver to another group, though, I believe. So I don't know all the plans for it, but hopefully there will be, at least even if there wasn't in America, there will be in other countries. So regardless of it, Ron will definitely get international Blu-rays of the movie and all sorts of stuff for that one. Let's see. Have you done an alien or zombie film or plan to? Did I do anything? No, I've never done... I do want to do a zombie one. There's one that I've been thinking of, but the one that I think I'm going to do after this movie, probably, maybe is like this Hills Have Eyes parody that I've been thinking of. Like, I really kind of want to do. I don't want to say anything about what it is, though, but that's something I've been kind of thinking about. Is Shark House available on DVD? Not yet. It's the 5.1 sound mix is getting finalized right now, so hopefully we're going to have announcements soon on that one. How did you get into YouTube? Well, with YouTube, like, the whole thing with that was, it was like, I just kind of, for the hell of it, for fun, put up stuff on my channel. I didn't even really know, really what YouTube was. I just kind of saw people were starting to post stuff on there back when it was brand new. And I was like, oh, for the hell of it, I was just like, oh, let's see what this is. Let's just post something on there and just try it out. And that's kind of all it was just me trying out YouTube. But I didn't know what it was. You know what I mean? So I had no real reasoning for it or why I was doing it. I just was like, let's just try and post stuff on there, see what happens. So that was kind of all it was. And I posted Donna Murph stuff up on there, and it kind of got a little bit of attention. But then the second I posted a DVD video, that then everyone started subscribing. And that was kind of like the best thing I did. That's why I say, like, DVDs, or I owe everything to DVDs. Like, if it wasn't for, YouTube, like I said, like, I'm one of those kind of people, I don't know if any of you guys do this, but I just look at my life as everything. Like, I go, oh, this happened because of this. And if I didn't do this, or if I would have changed this one thing, then this certain thing wouldn't have happened. So it's like, I always look at, like, things like that, where I truly think even bad things in your life happen for a reason, because they have to happen to put you in a certain path and stuff like that. I don't know what everybody thinks like that, but I kind of always sort of believe things like that. You ever hear from Joe Franz anymore? No, I have not heard from him in a really, really long time. Would you hire the great Steve Guttenberg for a movie? I saw Steve Guttenberg did a horror movie recently. So that definitely clicked in my head that I would like to get him. Another person that I secretly really would like to get is Carrot Top. And I know not everyone's a big fan of Carrot Top, but I definitely think Carrot Top would be cool as shit in a horror movie. I think he would be really good, and I think he has a lot of potential. I really do. I think that looking at Chairman of the Board now, it's one of those movies, when you look at it now, I think people might like it a little more now than they did then. I really do. I think he was kind of misunderstood at the time. And now sometimes me and my brother watch those stand-up things that he did, Carrot Top, when he was doing those tricks and taking those sight gags and pulling things out of the box, and they were kind of funny. They really were kind of funny when you look at him now and everything. I arrived late, so if anyone mentioned this, so thanks. So would the thanks credit just my name, or could it be a YouTube channel mention? Oh yeah, Jeffman. Yeah, you can do that. If you want it to be a YouTube channel, just put like a note on there, or I guess for your name, put your channel name. Or you can reach out to me on the directly on Indiegogo when you do the donation, and then send me a link, and I can do that for sure, no problem. That's another thing. If any of you guys do want the Coolduder Thanks to be your YouTube channel, we could definitely do that as well. But just reach out to me and through Indiegogo, and you can send a message on there, and it will go to me, and then I'll switch your credit to whatever name you'd like it to be, in the credits and stuff like that. Let's see. Are the Donna Murph DVDs available? No, I don't think anything Donna Murph's available on DVD except for Treasure Chest of Horrors 2, I think, was the one where they had the Donna Murph prom night. When are you going to shoot the film? We're planning to shoot it April 21st to the 27th in Los Angeles. Hey Sean, Brendan Novak is clean and sober now and a best-selling author. He recently did a podcast with Steve-O. I know you would be proud of him. He's funny and jackass. No, yeah, I've seen Brendan Novak, what he's been doing lately. It's amazing. He's done such a great job. And I would definitely love to have him involved in one of these projects as well, because he was a nice guy. I think you ought to change your channel picture now. You look different. Now, I know, I do need to change that thing. Have you seen The Final Girls? I have. I thought that was fun. I always like movies too, like when it's like people go into a movie and they get trapped in there, and I don't know. I like definitely like always like that kind of stuff for sure and everything. So let's see. How do you get name actors to be in your films? yeah, just a mixture of reaching out to their agents and on a couple occasions we did breakdown casting, and some of the agents applied some big names as well. So we had a lot of interesting people on Woodswitch that applied too. But it's just a mixture of that, and then kind of people that I've just become friends with too, just from working with like Sizemore and stuff, that I could just call up and ask him to do if he would do it, and that's kind of which is really cool to have gotten to that relationship with a lot of actors now, like Jimmy. I get him in any project I can when I can have a fun role for him. James Duvall from Donnie Darko, who played the bunny character in the film, and he's in Independence Day. Like, he's become a really great friend of mine just from doing these movies, and it's like, love working with him. Like, he's like one of the coolest people in the world. Let's see. When is Night of the Zomghouls coming out? I know that's finished now. I think right now Will is sending it around for distribution consideration. Do you like musical movies? I do, some of them. It just depends. You could do This Is Spinal Tap meets horror genre. Yeah, I mean, like a musical would be kind of fun. I do secretly always wish that I could have like, because I love, you know, Stranger with Candy, and how they always ended every episode of that show with dancing. And I won't lie, I always secretly kind of wanted like to have like the characters dancing during the credits of a movie. I don't know. I always kind of like those kind of endings. You should direct a sequel to Zombie Babies. That was the first movie you were in I saw, and I've been a fan since. I wish I could do that, but I don't own that movie. That's Emmons' movie. So he owns that. But it would have been fun to do a new one. To do a sequel to that one. Chairman of the Board. I like Chairman of the Board. I know people didn't love it, but I kind of liked it. You should. Where can I watch Alien Vampire Busters? It's not out yet for that one. I don't know when Rob's going to release that one. Assault of the Sasquatch with Donna Murphy's on DVD. Oh yeah, you are right about that. I don't see the exclusive perk on the page. The perk is on the link under this video. So if you go on there, just click the link that's under this video itself right now. Not the link that I shared around anywhere else, but the one that's just directly under this video. And then you see on the side, it will have a thing that says Coolduder's thanks credit. What I'll do is I'm going to post it again, too, for you. Let me see if I can go under here, and then I'll share it underneath of here, too. So you can... Let me post it right here, too. And what I'll do is underneath of this actual video, too, once the video's live on here, I'll leave a comment, too, so people can see it. But I just posted that for you. So that's the where you can, see it and everything. Let's see. Where was I now? I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. But yeah, press play. I post the link for you now so that you should be able to get it from there. Let's see. Do you have any movies on streaming available to watch yet? I'm a fan of your Tuesday shopping videos. I haven't seen any movies yet. No, since I haven't started to do them, started to do any of them since May of 2021. They're only just starting to come out. So Karen's probably going to be the first one to come out for the features that I've done. How old do you have to be to star in Mistletoe Massacre? Well, you could technically be a part of Mistletoe Massacre if you were under 18, but you'd have to have, your parents, on set the entire time. And your parents would have to sign a release, and so because we've had people that were younger in movies, but their father or parents would acted in the movie as well, but that's doable. But like I said, everyone, parents would have to sign off on all the paperwork, be comfortable with the content of the movie, all that kind of stuff as well. Let's see, what is your favorite film actor credit, and which ones would you recommend most to check out? Probably Ghostquake, which is also known as a Haunted High on YouTube. That was one I would definitely recommend. You check out Girls Gone Dead. That's a really good one. Ghostquake. That's a fun film. I only have a small part in it in the one scene getting killed, but it's a really good movie called Dead Ant. That's one I'd recommend as well. Do you have a message for the haters? are you going to keep doing your thing? Well, I mean, anyone that hates or whatever like that, I know it's a lot of times people can be just jealous and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? That's why I do stuff like that. Let's see. It's currently 106 here in England. So good night, Sean. Keep up the good work, mate. Well, thanks so much, Angry Phil Mitchell. I really appreciate everything. And thanks so much, Stephen, for becoming a super supporter on the group. I really appreciate the help on the help, and also Stephen, thanks for helping on the films. I appreciate that so much, and Stephen's helped a lot on the movies. So, like, I just wanted to say thanks again for Stephen, for the help on the films. His name is Stephen. It's Kiseleski. But thanks again, Stephen. Have you seen the Tokyo Anthology? If so, what do you think of it? Tokyo Anthology? I don't know that one. Do you watch the kid behind the camera YouTube videos? I did watch some of his stuff, like Angry Grandpa and stuff back in the day. Someone says, laugh out loud, what if a 2-year-old gets the perk? I don't think anyone's going to want their 2-year-old to act in the movie. I doubt that. So no, I don't think so. Unless some like dad's like, I want my kid, like 2-year-old to act in this movie, or I doubt it though. Let's see. And any of you guys though, feel free to ask in the questions, because I think it's like a bunch of like weird crap spam ones under here that someone put in. But any of you guys who have just come on now, I'll be on here for probably another like 30 minutes or so. Maybe I'll get to 2 hours. I don't know if I'll last 2 hours on here or not. But the main thing we've been talking about on here is the crowdfunding that's going on for the new slasher horror film that I'm directing with Lauren Francesca called Mistletoe Massacre. And basically today only we have a special perk on the film called the Coolduder Thanks credit, where you have a credit at the end of the film in a section called Coolduder's Special Thanks, and you have your name there. It could be your YouTube channel, any of that kind of stuff. But this particular one is only today. All the other perks are going to be available through the whole campaign, for 22 more days, or 21 full more days. But this one, though, is only today. So like I said, any of you guys that want to get that one, you have up until midnight tonight, Pacific Standard Time, for that particular one. Let's see. Are you excited for Alien Vampire Busters? No, I am. I can't wait to see that one. Huge market for DVDs and Blu-rays, multi-million-dollar industry to this day. Studios are gearing towards collectors now. Yeah, it's mainly more like that. It's much more with collectors. And the thing that I'm kind of surprised too is, since Dollar Tree is so popular with DVDs and Blu-rays, I'm surprised, and I don't know if any filmmakers would do it though, but I'm surprised they don't start like releasing their own like exclusive things, where it's like maybe necessarily like an exclusive movie, especially since Dollar Tree is moving so many physical copies. I'm surprised they don't just like exclusively sell stuff to Dollar Tree, like certain things. I don't know, maybe that wouldn't work. No one would ever make any money that way, but I don't know. It just seems like kind of a funny thing. Let's see. The first story about the woman who turns into a chair. If calories weren't an issue, what would be an ideal dinner for you? Like, if calories weren't an issue, like, I don't know, because I feel like I just kind of get this stuff. I usually eat the same stuff all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I never really shake it up that much anymore. And I don't eat meat or anything like that. So because of that, I feel like I don't, like, eat that much different stuff. So I really don't know. I don't really know what would be the ideal kind of credit anymore. I used to kind of know, you know what I mean? I feel like I used to think I knew what it was, but I don't really know anymore, what would be the ideal kind of thing. Let's see. If you could travel back in time to any year, what year would you choose? I don't know. I really don't know. Nowadays, like, I don't think I would bother with that. I'm honestly happy with a lot of stuff that's going on in the world now, that I don't really feel like I'd want to do anything like that and mess things up or anything. Because I always think too, if you did that, you could mess things up and then it would screw up everything. Let's see. Does the special thanks credit come with IMDb credit too? With this one, since it's half of the other one, this one's mainly going to be just on, the IMDb. I mean, on the films and credits. For this particular one. We do have the IMDb special credits one, but if you want to, what I can do is I can just, if you would rather do that one, I could just do that one for that, Ahmed, and then just do both for the IMDb special credits one if you wanted to do both like that, and I'd put you in the Coolduder area. For the basically at the end of the movie, you'll be in the Coolduder area, and then you'll be in the film's IMDb. Let's see, what's your favorite vegan candy bar? Vegan candy bar? I'm vegetarian, so I don't really have anything vegan. I don't know if I have anything per se vegan that I go and buy. So I don't know. Did you watch Godzilla vs. Kong? I did watch that one. Would you ever direct another Amityville movie since you've done 3? Probably for SRS down the line. I mean, I know there's talks about a Karen sequel type thing too. So maybe down the line. Hey, and then Steven said, "Hey Sean, looking forward to doing the vloggers for Woods Witch and Bigfoot. And next paycheck I'll get the Mistletoe one." Yeah, well, thanks again, Steven. Like I said, I appreciate all the support on these films and everything. And guys, check out Steven's channel as well. But Steven's very, like I said, very, very supportive on the films and has been supportive since the beginning of the projects that I've been doing. So thanks again. Let's see. Saw his family. I want exclusive Chauncey Funko Pop. No, I know. If anybody knows how to make that, we could definitely do a Funko Pop for me or Lauren. If anybody knows how to do them. Because I've seen campaigns where they've done them. They're not cheap, though, because you have to have someone specially make them. And it's like, I don't think it's cheap to do it. But definitely would be interesting to have like that's the other thing, too, guys. Let me know if you can think of interesting perks to do on the campaign that you guys would like me to add on this one. Because we have 21 full days left after today on this one. And today is, the one that's going on today is only available till the end of, till midnight. But I'm going to try and add more exclusive stuff like this. Definitely, go as the campaign goes along and everything. And I'm going to try to think of stuff I can do on Tuesdays, exclusive perks like this on Tuesdays as well. Maybe something similar. Like I said, I got to think of interesting, different type of things, like ways to promote people's YouTube channels and all that type of stuff. Will you ever play Captain Kangaroo in a biopic? I don't know if they ask me to. Are you going to do another shopping video with Lauren? I'm sure we'll definitely do more stuff. We are going to be doing a acting together in a movie next month, in the beginning of next month. So depending on the time and everything too, maybe we can shoot some kind of a vlog then too. And I think we're going to also do some live streams together to promote this movie as well. It would be cool if you got to work with Miko Hughes. Well, Miko Hughes, we talked to him about Scream Bloody Murder, and in my mind, Miko Hughes was going to be in Scream Bloody Murder until 2 days before we filmed. But then he just said 2 days before. So that was a bit of a scramble. No one knows that. But yeah, Miko Hughes was actually probably I think 80% in for Scream Bloody Murder originally. So anytime I see Miko Hughes in videos and stuff, I have under my breath I say, Miko Hughes. I don't know if you guys heard what I said, but so yeah. But I see a $9.99 super chat here from Ryan Patrick. Thanks so much, Ryan Patrick, for the $9.99 super chat on this one. And he says, "Greetings. What is your favorite horror film? Keep up the great content." That's hard to say. Like, when it comes to the horror favorite, it's probably for me a tie of Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead. It really is with those two. Those are the ones that I feel like I've watched the most of any movie, especially Dawn of the Dead. I think probably Dawn of the Dead a little teeny bit more, I would say, that I like a little more. Even though Day of the Dead, I probably watched it more. If you guys know me, I love movies set in malls. That's my favorite setting. Let's see. But thanks so much, Ryan, for the super chat. But yeah, but those are probably, I would say, two of my top favorite ones. At least when it comes to the most watched ones. Why are there so many movies lately with Amityville title? It's kind of the hot thing right now. And just seeing the attention that Amityville in Space got when that poster got put up, that's gonna ramp it up even more. I'm convinced. It's nothing but good for these ones that I've done, though, because the quality is immensely larger than Amityville in Space. Do you know what I mean? It's no offense to Amityville in Space. And Polonia is a really nice guy and everything like that, but no offense. But that please don't think the Amityville movies that I'm making are to that level. They're way past that quality. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want people thinking that's what mine are gonna look like. It's not. Like, I mean, no, I'm not. I don't want to do like a troll, like a joke about it. I don't know, but I'm just like being honest though. Let's see. What does this say? I love how you embrace Chauncey name. I know. Do you collect vinyl? No, I never really have. I love Amityville parts 1 through 3. I hope to work with you again in the future. Damn, Miko, Sean, I watch your Tuesday Blu-ray videos. Your mom is doing good. No, she's been doing great. What are your thoughts on Bob Saget? No, that was really sad. Like, when I heard that he passed away, and the whole thing too is so weird too, because it's like there's a lot of mystery behind his death, because it's like it sounds like he hit his head, but then it sounds like they said something about like I hit his head like a couple times or something, and there's like something really strange about it that doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know. I can't figure it out. It's definitely a weird kind of thing with it. It's one of those very mysterious type things. And I see a $2 super chat from Patrick Ryan. Damn, 78 is my favorite as well. No, I love that movie. That's such a great movie. Let's see. When would you get back to doing drive-through videos again? Your Tuesday videos always fun to watch. Maybe. I haven't been getting as much stuff in the drive-through lately. I sometimes go to the Mexican place and get my brother the burrito. So maybe I'll start doing that again. I feel like a lot of the stuff that I did in the videos, I was kind of like doing some kind of gimmicky weird stuff, and I just like, I don't know if you guys notice, but I'm like much more real in the videos than I used to be. I used to kind of like, sometimes if I seem overly like excited sometimes, that might just be honestly anxiety. I have like kind of levels of PTSD sometimes, and sometimes I can get a little bit more overly hyper in the videos nowadays just because I'm nervous. So if I have like a lot of stuff in my mind, it gets it like a little worse for me and stuff like that. So I'm trying to just be as real as I can nowadays. Like it's tough because, you know, when you do YouTube as long as you kind of have a persona online in some ways, and you kind of like have to break away from that. And it's been very difficult for me to little by little transition to what you see is what you get in the videos with me, because it's like I'm 36 now. I can't keep playing you know, hyper and is crazy and is strange and all of that. I just have to be myself a little bit more. So I'm really trying with the videos. And I know some people are not you know, aren't as happy with how I am sometimes or whatever, but I'm trying. I mean, I try to be how I really am. Is Felissa Rose going to be in any of your films? I don't think so. This is probably going to be asked already, but do you know when the release of Scream Bloody Murder and Shark House is? I know Scream Bloody Murder is going to be going to the streaming service any day. We're going to hear an update on that. And then Shark House is right now doing the 5.1 sound mix. So, and then it's going to go to the delivery process to the company that's putting it out. Do you have who are some of your favorite current actors? Current people that I really am a fan of, like, oh, there's so many people like that. It's hard to say, like, Aubrey Plaza I really like, and I'm getting a lot of people too that I really like Sizemore is someone that I've been a fan of forever. That's why he's the most surreal person for me to get, because Natural Born Killers to me is like the movie. That's an ultimate movie. Like, that's out of performances and acting, like, that's a dream for me to like someday get to do something where you get to like fully get into a character like that, or it's like that intense. You see the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie trailer? I did. That looks fun. That's kind of surreal to see that happening. Can you do another house tour, please? Maybe sometime I'll do another one. Let's see. Would you like to work with Larry David one day? No, Larry David would be great. And since we do a lot of improv, I know Larry would definitely, have a fun time doing these. And any of you guys who have just come on the live show now, the big thing we're talking about is right now there's 6.5 hours left. If you guys want to get the special Coolduder thanks credit on the new film Mistletoe Massacre, and you will get a credit in the film's end credits in a section called Coolduder Thanks, and you have your name there. It can be your YouTube channel, any of that kind of stuff, for the film. And this one is only going to be available today only. We will do more stuff like this, more exclusive perks. I just kind of have to think of interesting ones to do for this one, like signed pictures or something like that. I got to think of, like I said, interesting stuff to do this time around. Maybe like I've seen people do like postcards and stuff like that, like interesting kind of things, like signed or postcards or interesting stuff. I got to think of other things. I'm going to try to think of something maybe for Tuesday or like the following Tuesday on this one as well. Let's see, the Barbie jokes in Walmart. No, I know all those things I used to do. I really appreciate you being real, overdoing the persona. No, I know. No, thanks. Like I said, it's like, I've always like been me, but it's like I've always just kind of been a little bit more hyper and a little bit more overly energetic and stuff like that. And I guess it's just because I'm older too. I don't know if I have mentally the energy to be like that as much anymore. It's like almost mentally exhausting and stuff like that. And I feel like in order for me to continue doing these videos all the time to the level that I do them, I have to go and do stuff like that, just to, I think that makes more sense to do it like that. Will you work with, let's see, have you ever fallen asleep in the movie theater? I don't think so. With Sean, Blu-ray hunt with Sean should be a perk. No, that's an interesting idea. That's definitely an interesting idea. Let's see. When will Screen Bloody Murder Blu-ray pre-orders go out? Whenever we have more of a status thing on the streaming thing, then we can figure out everything with that. That's the big thing that we're working on right now. It was unfortunate when Ivan Reitman passed away. No, I know. Like, that was really sad when I heard that. Hey, Sean, haven't said hi in a while. Congrats on the latest project. Will Danny be in this one? I don't know. If Danny's available, we definitely can see if he can come out. I know, like, it's just nowadays with these projects and stuff, we have a lot of people coming in and stuff. So we have a lot of people to work with and everything, that are coming in acting-wise. So we'll have to see and everything. But I definitely would love to have him do something if available and if we can find a good role for him. Same with in the future, who knows? Wet Movie can, totally do something if he feels like it. Have you seen Stitches? I have seen that movie, the clown film. That was a pretty good movie. Sean, you should do a Santa reboot or a dark comedy. I think Santa would be kind of hard to get the licensing to it, and I don't think it'd be appropriate for me as a non-Hispanic person to direct that because that's a really known Hispanic property in the Mexican world, Santo. So I feel like that would be like really wrong for me to direct that. If I was directing with somebody, co-directing with someone who was Hispanic or something, that'd be one thing, but I wouldn't want to. I don't know that I wouldn't be the right person I didn't grow up with that, and I don't know anything about the history, so I wouldn't be the right person to do that. And a lot of people would be like, why is this like guy doing this, like weird gringo guy directing a Santo movie? Like, what does he know? You know what I mean? Like, so they would like go, this is not the right person to do that. So no, it would be fun to be in it. That would be cool as hell though, to be in it. Like, I don't think I would. I don't know if I would be able to get followed by Santo. I don't know. I'd be down for the account right away, but that would definitely be fun though. Let's see, how was it to work with on President's Day? That was a fun slasher. Oh, President's Day was fun. If you guys haven't seen that one, Dead Meat James, he actually did a kill count on that film. It's a movie called President's Day, if you guys want to look it up. And basically, though, like I said, they did the kill count on that, and that was fun. I think that was one of the first times I remember really being on a movie where I really kind of felt like at that point I knew that was what I wanted to pursue doing, which was acting. That was kind of like one of the first really positive experiences that I had on a film set because, if you guys know anything about acting and stuff, it's always kind of a mixture of you have really good experiences and then you have some experiences that are like so bad that you really almost feel like stopping. Like before I started directing my own stuff, I had a couple things that were just like that, where it was just like I almost just was done because of the treatment and how bad things have gone. And let me tell you guys, like just from any of the success that I've had now, with any of this, the small levels of anything, there are certain people that want to try and bring you down, that want to try and destroy you or find bad things to say. And it's really hard. It's a definitely a, you have to prepare yourself for a lot of stuff like that. You definitely do. Let's see. Great answers, totally well respected. I would love to see you in a Santo movie. Thanks. Thoughts on 8 Mile? For some reason, I don't know if I ever actually watched 8 Mile. And I don't know why. I have no idea why I haven't. And someone says, any thoughts on the film The Terrifier? I thought The Terrifier was good. I'm really looking forward to seeing the sequel. I'm so surprised that they haven't put the trailer out yet for it. And the only thing that I can guess is, just from experience, is that maybe The Terrifier is having quality control problems with certain things, and they're having a hard time delivering it to Netflix. Because I think it's going to Netflix, because the first one got bought by Netflix later. So my guess is Netflix is buying it, and it's quality control. That's the only thing I can guess is why we haven't seen anything yet. I don't know. That's my theory on the whole thing. Or they're trying to get it to a bigger company, and it's just been a battle back and forth on the money, because Terrifier is very valuable. Terrifier is the first movie to come around in probably, and this is an honest assumption here, probably 15 years, where a character became pop culturally relevant, where Freddy Krueger, Jason, Chucky, Michael Myers, Terrifier, the clown killer from Terrifier, has joined the ranks of that group. And that was very rare to happen, because that was an independent movie. That was not a mainstream movie. That was not a studio-produced movie. That was no different than the movies that I'm making. That was an independently small-produced film that hit. And now that movie has gone like that. So honestly, Terrifier 2 could go to theaters now. It really could. I don't know how it would do, but I can understand what's going on with that movie. My theory is it's just incredibly stressful right now, and that's why we're not seeing the sequel, with how to figure out how to proceed, because they know how valuable that movie is. Let's see. Any thoughts on the film? I talked about that. Have you seen The Batman? Not yet. Would you like to do a Critters sequel? Oh, that would be really fun. Like, I would absolutely love to do that. Would you sell your soul to become a legendary Hollywood director? No, I wouldn't. It's not worth it. I've had lots of bad things happen just from the first movie that I did, just stuff I can never discuss. And I've just learned, don't go with the eyes of just trying to have a big success, because it's never great. If you try and look at it like that, just let things happen naturally and kind of let things happen as they happen. So no, I would never do that. It's not worth it. Can you do rapper impressions like Jamie Kennedy? B-Rad? Do a rapper? I don't know. I don't remember how he talked when he did a rapper in that movie. Big fan of your channel since 2008. I hope we can see an old-fashioned around the town vlog again. Hopefully we can do something like that again. Any thoughts of bringing Corey Feldman or Todd Bridges into one of your projects? Well, I did have Todd Bridges is in Scream Bloody Murder. So when you guys see Scream Bloody Murder, he does have a really fun role in that. And I got to act with him too, so that was really fun. But he's in the film. But no, Corey Feldman is a #1 goal that I want to get. Me and Will Clazo both really, really want to get him in one of the movies. So who knows if he'll do it, if we can get him involved. I would absolutely love to have him do it. I'd also like to have him do music too, because I know he really is into his music now more than anything. I think that's what's really important to him. And my take is I would have him do a song or two for the movie, because I think Corey Feldman would love doing that. So I don't know if anyone's ever had him doing a song exclusively for a film or not that he made. I don't know, but I think that would be probably more enticing to him than acting, because I think music is really where his heart is these days. So at least when you look at interviews with him, I feel like it's music and then it's acting. So I think if you could relate it to music, then I think he'd be really inclined to do it. And I just looked on here, guys. We have now 18 people. 18 of you guys have gotten the Coolduder special thanks perk on here, the credit today. So it's almost up to 20. So thanks, guys. Like I said, if any of you guys want to get that special Coolduder thanks, it's only going to be available today. I'm going to, right at midnight, I'm going to take the link, make it so it's not active anymore. So midnight Pacific Standard is when that will be gone. Let's see. And I'll probably, like I said, I'll be on here for about 20 more minutes. So feel free, guys, ask all the questions that you guys have. And then if any of you guys get the perk while I'm live or any of the other perks, let me know too. Let's see. Speaking of Chucky, the new season is coming to Blu-ray. I'm so excited. They nailed it. I know. I'm definitely buying that. That's the first thing in a while that I've actually really wanted to get because I really was impressed with that show. I mean, I think that maybe it could have been an episode less than it was. Maybe one episode taken down just because I felt like there was, if you kind of trimmed it down a little bit, there was a little bit of filler in there, just a slight bit to try and get it to enough episodes to be what I think it had to be like 8 or something. But if you took that out, it'd be better. Like if you just trimmed a little bit out of it. But once it got to the end, it was really, really good. Like I was really impressed with it, and Don Mancini is great. Like that's when people ask like who would you like to work with, like something like that, like the Chucky series, that would be like a dream, like to me. Something of that style, just like the newest Chainsaw Massacre. Like if I was in that movie, I feel like I would just have been happy, and I probably, if I didn't do anything else ever again, I would have been fine. You know what I mean? Like something like that, because it was like really fun. It was smart because they put lines in there to get attention. When they did those cancel lines they put in there, that was done all on purpose. A line like that, they knew that was going to get attention. People were going to talk about it, and it did. Everyone talked about that. You're going to get cancer, bro, and all that stuff. There's a reason for all of that. Anyone that like wonders like who would put a stupid line like that in there, it wasn't done to be stupid. It was done there to get people to wonder why the hell that line is there. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what a lot of these filmmakers do too. It's attention. It's to try and get people to talk, and it worked on that particular one. Did you enjoy doing movie reviews with your family? No, I thought they were fun. They were fun to do, but I don't know if we'll do them again. We don't really watch as much stuff together though. Too. We used to go in the past a lot. Would you ever want to do a sequel to an obscure 80s slasher like how they're doing to The Mutilator? Let me tell you, I tried so hard to get into The Mutilator too. I almost thought about doing a campaign petition to be in that movie because I'm seeing all these people that I know involved in it, and then like Damien Maffei got into it, and it's like I'm just like seeing all these people, and I'm just like, well, why can I not have gotten involved in that one? I believe me, like I tried. I definitely wanted to be in The Mutilator 2 very badly. Like that was a number one, like, but the thing is though, it wasn't meant to be. Like the way I look at it is, if I would have done that, the airplane might have gone down when I went. You know what I mean? Like that's the way I kind of see it. Like I said, everything happens for a reason. I truly think that. I think that everything is going the way that it needs to go. You know, I am surprised though that the Mutilator didn't do an Indiegogo, because, oh my God. I mean, like I don't know if they are gonna do one. But the Mutilator would raise 150 probably, I would think, on there. But I don't know though, because they tried to do an Indiegogo for Ice Cream Man and it didn't do well. It didn't get much at all. So you never know. I don't know. But if they were going to be rebooting anything, I would like to do a sequel to Blood Rage. That would be the one that I'd like to do. Or do a sequel to Troll 2. That would be fun to me. Felon won't be cheap to cast, I would assume. It just depends. You know what I mean? It really depends. And also, a lot of people I've discovered, celebrities and stuff like that, you know, they can see through if you're a fan and really want to work with them, or see through if you're just trying to use them. And everyone that I hire in the movies, I am a fan of and really want to work with. And luckily enough, everybody's had a good experience. I've not had anyone unhappy. And then we've gotten like exuberantly nice messages from people, like long things. People had such a great time, and I'm just like so happy to be hearing from these people that I grew up watching, and then like sending me letters and stuff like that. It's a nice thing. It really is. Blair Witch scared me and there was no monster in it. No, it's like, and sometimes it's all about, just implying something. You can get kind of scared. How was it to work with Eric Roberts? It was an interesting experience. Any well-known horror franchises you think you could do for a sequel? I don't know. When was the last time you talked to MJ? I haven't talked to him in a long time. I mean, like, probably like 4 years or 5 years. Let's see. Have you seen and done a review of Haddonfield Nightmare? Would you be in the next Haddonfield Nightmare? I don't know if they asked me to do anything in that. I think that's a fan film, but no, I have not seen the newest one. For that one. But no, if they asked me to do it, I definitely would consider it. I'm definitely a little bit nowadays, just a little more cautious and careful and picky when it comes to acting. I'm just like, I just don't really go and do as much anymore. It's not because I'm not being asked. I just don't particularly want to fly out of state unless I know it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like, because I've flown out of state for a lot of these weird movies, and I don't think they're the greatest. No, when it comes to Eric, I don't really want to discuss anything publicly. You know what I mean? Like, everything is fine. Everything is fine. There's just, and that expression, if you don't have everything good to say, don't say anything, and that's just how I'm going to leave it with that. Because I can't put a smile on and talk about him personally. Now, he wasn't mean or anything. It's just stuff, like just weird stuff. Let's see. Any well-known franchises you could do a sequel to? Like I said, for the franchises, I don't know. That's hard to say. Have you seen my new videos? I usually watch a lot of your videos, Kyle. What was the most difficult thing about filmmaking? I think this, to me, is just kind of like learning who you can and cannot trust is a big thing, that you kind of come across a lot of people that you don't know if you can trust them. You don't know if what they tell you is real, and all just stuff like that, and just kind of learning and figuring out too, who is the right person to be on the team when it comes to, doing production stuff. And that's all complicated too. Like, who's the best, person that does, shoots the film? Who's the best person that will do the PA work? Who's the person that we can have be in charge of this? So like, it's all that type of stuff. So that's like the big kind of thing to me, I would say. What type of music do you listen to? I listen to a lot of like I can tell you if I go on YouTube, like what I've been listening to lately, but it's like a lot of the same, I don't know, I play a lot of the same music a lot. Like, it's like strange stuff that I've been playing lately. Like, I've been playing Alpha Veil, Big in Japan, Madonna, The Power of Goodbye, Yasa Nel Devor featuring Nina Cherry, It's Always, The Sun Always Shines on the TV, Stay on Those Roads from Aha, a lot of Sandra music, Nina Cherry, Buffalo Stance. What else is there? I've been listening to a lot that song. Valerie Dorr, The Night original version. Enigma, lots of Enigma music. F. David, Words Don't Come Easy. I love that song. So that's a lot of these ones, a lot. I've been playing a lot of these ones a lot. Tangerine Dream, the new Tangerine Dream music that they just had come out. So some of that kind of stuff as well. Let's see. See you, Stalkman. I know he listens to Korn. I listen to Korn sometimes. Do you drink Kool-Aid? Kool-Aid? I don't think I've drank Kool-Aid in for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had any Kool-Aid. How'd you become a YouTuber? I just kind of like, just sort of started the channel, and it was before I really even knew what I was doing. Like, it wasn't like, YouTube was a big thing at the time. It was just like kind of just started and stuff like that. And then I just kind of made the channel, and that was kind of all it was. I didn't really have any real plans because at the time, nobody knew what being a YouTuber was, and nobody really knew about, getting subscribers or any of that stuff, really. It was all just sort of like, what is this? People, you can upload your videos here. So it was kind of a very slow process in the beginning of what YouTube was. And then it kind of grew up around me and got popular as I was there. But I didn't start posting. I don't know. I didn't know how to really work it very well in the beginning. And if I would have posted stuff just a little earlier with the Donna Murphs, I would have gotten a little bit bigger on there, I think, too. Let's see. How do you watch so many movies? How do you watch? I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. And nowadays, I don't have the ability to watch as much as I used to. So a lot of times too, if it's a movie I've already seen before, I just let people know it's out. And even nowadays, there's some stuff that comes that if I don't request it or I'm not interested in it, I just hold it up and let you guys know it's out because I just don't have the time anymore. And I also don't really like to watch a lot of heavy dramas anymore. I'm not in the mood for it mentally. I just don't really want that. Is Dream a Little Dream worth purchasing from Vestron? No, I think that's a great movie. That's a really fun movie. And when it comes to like the Corey Haim and Feldman movies together, that's probably one of the best ones that was besides Lost Boys, like of the series of ones they did. That's probably that one, and then License to Drive are probably the best, I would say. Do you like Perturber, Synthwave? I don't know if I've listened to them. Thank you, Sean. I really appreciate it. I do like movie reviews lately. Let's see. Do you drink beer? No, I don't drink. I've never really been a big fan of drinking. I don't think I've ever really, back in the day, but I don't think I've had anything like alcohol related in like, oh, probably like 7 years maybe. It's been a long time. Let's see. Do you watch real life gore? I don't like gore stuff like real. I'm definitely not real. And I also, anything like that's the worst to me is like drawing blood. Like if you see somebody drawing blood, I can't stand that. Like if somebody getting blood drawn, that like creeps me out. Sometimes to the point where I almost feel like I'm gonna pass out, and I don't know why. It gets to me so bad, but it really does. Like drawing blood is the number one thing to freak me out. It really is. Let's see. Are you? And I'm trying to get into more films. Any plans for a new movie room tour? Maybe there'll be something down the line. I just don't know. Do you ever want to shave your head down to the skin? I don't. Wait till you guys see Shark House, and it's kind of making me not sure I want to do that because I like the way I look with the hat off and stuff in that movie. When the hair is longer, it works. It's like a Clint Howard thing. So for movies and characters, I think it's good to keep it. You guys will see when Shark House is out, and it was kind of the deciding factor. And if I need to, wig it out and wear a wig in movies or whatever down the line, whatever. You know what I mean? Like I have no problem with any of it. I'll do whatever I need to do to play the right character. You know what I mean? Into the $1.25 tree we go. I know. It's crazy how they change the prices like that. I'm sure in all of our lifetimes we're going to watch Dollar Tree become $2 tree. It's going to be $2 in 10 years from now or something. Let's see, a lot of sugar, some acid, and Kool-Aid. Some good new flavors these days. Yeah, I haven't, like I said, I haven't had anything like Kool-Aid forever. Like I do remember back in the day though, having those powders and stuff like that. Any Japanese horror films you recommend? Recently, I can't think of any new Japanese horror films that I've seen in the last long time. So no, not that I can think of like in recent times. Let's see, any of you guys who've just come on, I'll be on here for like 10 more minutes, so feel free, guys, to ask any last minute questions. And also, guys, check out the link below, and today only you guys have 6 hours left to get the Coolduder thanks credit, and after that, it's going to be gone for the film. And that's another way to help out the new film that I'm directing. How many movies do you think do you work on at a time? Well, right now, like I said, this is going to be the 6th film that I've done since May, so within a year. So, but I don't do all the stuff on them though. So like, basically I direct them and act in them, but then they go to the editor, and it's a long process. So basically, it goes to the editor. The editor does the cut on it, and then it goes to the sound person. Then the sound person does the 5.1 sound mix. Then it goes to the music stage, and then they put the music in, and then it goes to the if the movie's, then it goes to the distributor, or we have to approach distributors with the movie. Then whoever buys it, then it has to go to the quality control, so it passes for streaming, because it has, basically they have to run the thing through this program where somebody sits and watches the movie and like sits there like this with a notepad and looks at everything, and they go, well, at 1.5 minutes in, there was a sound issue. At 3.5 minutes in, you saw somebody put down a coffee mug, but you didn't hear a sound effect of a coffee mug hitting the table. You have to fix that. I mean, that's how intense the quality control is for some of the movies when you distribute to a bigger company. So that's the one thing. So that's kind of been what we've been doing on Screen Bloody Murder right now, is that kind of the whole quality control type thing. But it's with the new one too. Who knows exactly how long kind of will be. Let's see. Do you listen to Fine Loving Cannibals? I have. I listened to that. You drive me crazy. He. Wigs are awesome. How many movies ideas do you work on at a time? Well, right now, ideas, I probably have like I don't know, like I have probably 3 or 4 other ones that I want to do. Do you still have to go fast food for your family? I do some stuff. I mean, I get some stuff for my family, but not as much on Tuesdays. But other days of the week, I usually do. The feeling of passing out is called Cinecard. It happens to a lot of people. Yoki Monsters from Arrow Video, no joke, the best Japanese horror on the market just came out. Director Ron Howard has the same hair look. No, I know, me and Ron Howard definitely are two of the balding guys that wear hats. You know what I mean? Like, and if they ever did do a movie on Ron Howard's life, I could definitely probably portray him during the age of like 30 to like 38 to 40. I think. Have you ever thought about releasing a movie into theaters? Who knows? Honestly, who knows? I mean, you never know what can happen with any of these things. I mean, if it happens, it happens. That movie theaters now are all not doing that great, though. So I don't know. How did you meet John McBride? He saw one of my reviews, Kyle, and that was pretty much how he saw. I think he saw me review Mistletoe Massacre and then reached out to me. So that was pretty much how it happened. Let's see. Have you ever used any of your YouTube subscribers as extras in your movies? Would you do that? A lot of people who are subscribers have come out and gotten perks in the campaign to act in the project. We've had a lot of people like that. We do have a thing on the film to be an extra. If you guys want to come out and do that, that's a total thing that you can do on the campaign. And it's basically if you guys want to have the experience of what it's like to be on a set, you can take pictures. If you do video blogs, we're totally okay with filming vlogs on the set, all that kind of stuff as well. Let's see what happened to Dweeball. He's still there. He's just not really into being in YouTube videos and that stuff like he was back in the day. He never really was really into videos though. That really wasn't ever his thing. He's much more behind the scenes. He does graphic design work and helps me behind the scenes with the films and helps put things together and that type of stuff. Let's see. How's your mom doing? Oh, everything's been good with my mom. So I'll be on here for about 5 more minutes, the last 5 minutes. So ask guys the last questions. And like I said, too, the last chance, too, is you have 6 more hours left, too, on the campaign for the special thanks perk that we're doing today. Human Lanterns is a Japanese horror, too, I think, coming out in a few months. What happened to 90s Kid and Luna Meow? 90s Kid is still there. She's doing something on another channel. I don't know what happened to Luna. I don't know. Luna's one of those kind of people, when it comes to YouTube, she kind of comes and goes. So like all of a sudden, sometimes, she'll do videos all the time and then she's gone. So that's one thing I kind of know. Do you know Kenneth Ramon? He's a nice guy. Oh, Kenneth is awesome. He's and he always comes out and helps and acts in the films that I do. So he's great, Kyle. No, Kenneth, I absolutely love working with Kenneth. But yeah, like I said with Luna, I don't know. Hopefully at some point she'll come back and do videos again. But I don't know, where she, where she is nowadays. Does your mom still make dessert? Sometimes she makes stuff. She cooks a lot of different items and stuff like that in the house. And I don't eat meat, but she makes chili and there's lots of different stuff that she makes. But anyway, guys, I think I have 2 more minutes and I've been on here for 2 hours. I didn't know how long I was going to be on here. But like I said, any of you guys that do come on and get the special thanks too, put a comment underneath this video too after the fact. And anyone that sees this video later, though, don't worry. The campaign's going to go for 21 more days. So there's lots of other chances too if you missed the chance for this special thanks. There's other thanks credits on the film, producer credits, acting roles, all that type of stuff as well. But if you want to find out about the World of Rewind, to find out about the extra stuff and how the perk works and everything, just go on the campaign link that I posted and then look on the side and it says be an extra. It's one of the ones on there. And the dates we're shooting is April 21st to the 27th. And we're in the Los Angeles area, for where it's going to be filming and everything. Will the clown from It come back to your channel? Very funny. I don't know. I like doing that parody of It. Hopefully, I can do that character again, the Pennywise character again. I don't know if it will happen. again, like I should have done when we did the review. When I should have done a review for It Chapter 2. I just didn't do it, for that one. But I should have, because that would have been a great opportunity to bring back the character again. But the last one here is, how's your dad doing these days? Oh, he's been doing good as well. He's in the same thing, been helping me a lot behind the scenes on these films and getting things put together and all that type of stuff. But anyway, though, guys, I've been on here now for 2 hours. Just want to say thanks again for all the support, and thanks for guys who've come on to the live show, and thanks for those of you guys who've been getting the Coolduder thanks credit on this movie as well. But like I said, you guys have 6 hours left, so like don't miss your chance on this.